Hi, in this video I wanted to show you 3 fun games that you can play with vocabulary words, okay? And I did do a post on this if you want to read about it instead of listen to me. There's a link in the description box below where you can read about it. Okay, and I'll also do a free download. Okay, so first of all, this current school year, our vocabulary, we have been using a program called Marie's Words, and it's 550 cards, little cards, okay? If you want to know more about this, there's a card up here where you can watch a video where I go over it. Okay, but so I'm not going to get into that. Okay, so how we play, what we do with them for games. Okay, we have learned several dozens and dozens of new words this school year with Marie's Words, and you know, it's enjoyable. I also have another video where I show you kind of how we learn them. If I remember, I'll try to put a card up here so you can watch that as well. I'm pretty sure I did a video on that. I think it's called Vocabulary Update. But anyhow, back to the game. Okay, so one thing that we play is, I guess I'll just show you the normal one first. Okay, so this one's called like Vocabulary Match, okay? I'll take index cards, several of them, 12. 12 is a pretty good number, maybe 16, depends on the ages of the kids, but 12 to 16 I think is a good amount of cards. On one side, write the word, the vocabulary word, so this one's aberration. On the other side, write the definition, okay, an act of deviating from the norm. Okay, so this is the one I wrote, and this is aberration that it actually came with in the box, okay. It has a little picture, and then on the back has the definition, and it also has the word. But anyhow, take about 12 cards of these, lay them on the floor, and either put the definition face up or the word face up. And so like if I put the word face up, and there's 12 cards laying out, and they all have the vocabulary word face up, then I'll just read off, I'll just say random definitions, and the kids have to, my girls have to pick out, which card, which word matches the definition that I said. Or if I put them all with the definition face up, then you guessed it, they have to pick it. When I read off a word, they have to pick the definition that goes with that word. Okay? Simple. That's one way. Another way is, this is a game. This is called Avoca Ball. Like vocab, ball, Avoca Ball. I know, kind of corny, but I guess that's me. Alright, anyway. So this is a game that I came up with this many years ago, and we just call it spelling baseball. But I tweaked it, or converted it into Avoca Ball now, which we still use it for spelling baseball too. But it is just a sock, okay? This is so old. Just a sock filled with some dry beans, tied in a knot. Then I just put the ball, the beanbag ball, back into the leg part of the sock, okay? There's our ball, our little beanbag ball. And how we play this for Avoca Ball and spelling baseball is played the same way. I am the pitcher, and I am one team. My kids are the other team. They're teammates, and they're the other team. And I'm in the center of the living room. The chair is first base, the couch is second base. The TV cabinet is home plate, the piano is first base, the chair is second base, and the couch is third base. So, for Avoca Ball, I wind up and I pitch it to them, they catch the ball, and I say, I'll just use this word, okay? I'll say, what does aberration mean? And they have to tell me the definition. If they get it right, they move on to first base. If they get it wrong, I say strike one. They get 2 more strikes. They get 2 more tries. If they strike out, strike 1, strike 2, strike 3, you're out. They go to the back, and the next kid comes up and gets a different word. So I can do this with, I can say, what's the definition of aberration? Or I can say, what word means an act of deviating from the norm? Okay? And they like this, and they do good at this. And one thing they really love about this is that whenever I throw them the ball and I ask them the question, after they answer the question, they throw the ball back to me. And if they get it right, of course they run on to the next base. But after I catch the ball, I have to try to run and tag them, and they just love that. They think it's hilarious. So that's how we play Avoca Ball. And spelling baseball is the exact same way. I pitch them the ball, and I say spell whatever their spelling word is, like, I don't know, companion. I'll say spell companion. And if they spell it right, they throw the ball back to me, they move to first base, I try to tag them. Even if I do tag them, they still stay on first base. They get 3 tries, strike 1, strike 2, strike 3, you're out. They go to the back, and that word is counted wrong, and then they'll have to, like later, after the game's completely over, then they have to write the word like 5 to 10 times. Okay, so if you didn't really understand what I said, read the post about it in the description box. I'm tired, it's late. But I think I was clear, I hope so. The next way we play games with our vocabulary words, and in that post, if you want these, you can get these for free. I should not have taken that out. Okay, so I made up these little bingo style sheets, okay? I call it 5 in a row. And the reason I call it 5 in a row, well, obviously bingo is 5 in a row, but because I didn't want these to be limited to just vocabulary. You can use these sheets for spelling words, spelling tests, history, math, geography, science, anything. You can use these for any subject, okay? So that's why I just titled it 5 in a row, because you can use them for anything. Now, these sheets, in the download, they're all the same. I think there's like 5 or 6 sheets in the download. They're all the exact same except for the title. The title's the same on all of them, but the title comes in different colors. Okay, you have your choice of purple, pink, blue, green, red, orange, black. I think that's it. Anyhow, so what I do is I just print out the 2 colors that my kids like, and I put them in a page protector. See, page protector. And I take a wet erase or a durable dry erase marker, and in the boxes I just write the vocabulary words that we're going to be playing bingo at. And same way, I'll read off a definition, and they just take their little game pieces and cover up the definition, or the word, that matched the definition that I read, and first one to get 5 in a row wins. So those are the 3 games that we play for vocabulary. 5 in a row, bingo, Avoca Ball, and then vocabulary, I guess it's not really match, but anyway, vocabulary match of some kind. I was going to say something. Forgot. Oh, the game pieces, that's what I was going to say. The game pieces to go on this, they can be anything you have, of course, beans, buttons, whatever. We actually are currently using those little googly eyes for our game pieces. I don't know why. I just, last minute, I'm like, hey, let's play this, and I just grabbed this thing of googly eyes. It was right there, so I grabbed them, and the girls think it's funny to use googly eyes, so we're using googly eyes. Okay, so those are the games for vocabulary. Now, I will go ahead and kind of give you some ideas as to how you could take these sheets and use them for other subjects. I would think spelling would probably be the hardest one, so I'll go over that one as to what I've come up with as to ways you can use this for spelling. Okay, so how you could use this for spelling is if your child is learning, and I wrote this on the post too, if your child is learning some spelling words like, I don't know, I can't think of one. Like if they're learning the spelling word of desk, okay, in one box, write the correct spelling of desk. And then in 2 more boxes, write it incorrectly to where, unless they're paying attention, they won't catch it. So write it correctly in one box, and then in a couple other boxes, write it incorrectly. And do that with all the spelling words, or as many as you can fit. And then whenever you read off a word, you say, okay, desk. And they have 3 choices, but what that's going to do is that's going to force them to really pay attention, like look at all 3 choices and look at each individual letter to really, decide which spelling is the correct one. So it's really helping them focus, okay? So that's how you can do it for spelling. You can do it for history too. Maybe you might want to use this for like the presidents. So just write different presidents, their names on each of these boxes, and state facts about each one of them. And first one to get 5 presidents in a row wins. You can do it with scientists for science, or I don't know. I mean, you can also do it for math. Like for math, you could have some answers here, and then like mental math. You may want to have like all kinds of answers here, like 9, 16, 17, 45, or whatever. And for a younger child, they can do just simple addition problems that they do in their head. You say 9 plus 9, and they have to hurry up and find the number 18 and cover it up. These can be used for, just get creative. You can use them for anything. So like I said, if you do want these, they are in that link below, and you're welcome to them. So I just wanted to share that and those games with you, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.